In fact, we're getting more news coming in now. Amidst a row over US spy chief Tulsi Gabbard's remarks on violence against minorities in Bangladesh, the White House has said on Wednesday that America has welcomed measures taken by the interim government of the Asian nation to ensure safety and security for all. There has been a storm over the recent remarks by Gabbard, where she claimed that the violence against minorities in Bangladesh and the threat of Islamic terrorists in the Asian nation was rooted in the ideology of an objective to rule and govern within Islamist caliphate. She further said that while talks are just starting between the US President Donald Trump and the Mohammad Yunus-headed Bangladesh interim government, the matter of Islamic terrorism continues to be a central focus of concern. The remarks had drawn sharp criticism from the Bangladesh government, which called them misleading and damaging to the reputation of the country. In a statement, the Bangladesh Chief Advisor's office said that Gabbard's statements paint an entire nation with a broad and unjustified brush. Aditya Vadhavan is joining us for more on this story. Aditya, the US has reportedly responded to the row over Tulsi Gabbard's remarks.
Well, absolutely, Uday. If you see, US has, the United States government and, the Tulsi Gabbard, who happens to be the director of US National Intelligence, has criticized that, that Islamic terrorism is on the rise. And, in the recent months, we have seen in Bangladesh, how turn of events have taken place since, this interim government led by Mohammad Yunus has taken charge of the affairs in Bangladesh. There have been arsoning, there have been violence against the Hindu minorities in Bangladesh, and to which there has been no action by the Bangladeshi government, and in that regard, the United States of America has criticized the treatment, criticized the treatment of minorities in Bangladesh. And the United States of America maintains that it speaks for all the minorities across the world. If something wrong happens against the minority, it is a very common norm that the United States of America always takes up the issue. If in some country something is happening wrong against the minorities in that particular country, so it is a very common standard operating procedure as to how the US government functions. And now it is very because let us just also put this into perspective that when US President Donald Trump during his election speeches, he criticized this interim government led by Mohammad Yunus in Bangladesh, that it is committing openly crimes are being committed against the Hindu minorities in Bangladesh. So all this needs to be put into perspective and needs to see how the talks between the United States of America and the interim government of Bangladesh takes place in this perspective. Yes, Uday.
All right. Let me, in fact, thank you there, Aditya, for joining us with those details. Let me also bring in Sanjeev Srivastav, International Affairs expert, and onto the broadcast. Sanjeev Srivastav, do you believe what Tulsi Gabbard said was wrong? What do you make of the fact that the Bangladesh government seems completely rattled by what she said?
Well, Uday, instead of saying that it is wrong, I would rather say and re-emphasize the statement made by her, saying that it is insightful. It is a very much pertinent remark, showing the ground realities of Bangladesh, what is going on there. And obviously, her remarks like violence against